Alright, today we're going to do another quick upgrade. Hopefully quick, we'll see. Power steering pump, always been really squealy, so we're going to change it out. Now, it's a little more complicated than that because you have to change it out and you have to change the lines and you have to flush the system. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take this, and we're going to put it on the return on the power steering pump, and then clamp it off, and then basically just drive the fluid out until it's clean. And then we're going to drive all the fluid out until it's empty, take all the lines off, take the power steering pump off, put the new stuff on, and then not start it again because we're not going to do this thing, but we have to bleed the system, so it's the same process. So let's get started. Ah! Holy shit, that was a spider. A spider was crawling on my wrist. Okay, we're now on top of the engine bay, and I'm gonna try to zoom in. So this thing, that guy right there, we're gonna loosen up, and that's gonna be our return, and we're gonna try to cap that off so it doesn't just drain all of the fluid out. Not exactly sure how I'm gonna film it, but we'll figure something out. Okay, new plan. I'm gonna cut that piece of tube because I got a brand new one, and I think it'll be easier. Line's cut, and now what we do is we put the steering all the way left and all the way right until it pumps everything out. It's pretty simple, but you know, simple is good. Okay, basically we're gonna watch this until the fluid comes out not dirty as crap. Alright, go ahead. Oh, that's so nasty. Look how black that is. Oh god. In typical Dave fashion, we're gonna do something stupid. Because we're not trying to save the pump, we just want to flush the system. We're going to use the pump to pump all the fluid out of the system. This may or may not be a stupid idea. Let's find out.
Oh yeah, it's going. Alright. Well, I can't really see the reservoir from here. Quite a bit came out though.
So now we're going to put new fluid in and flush it again.
Yeah, it still shot some nasty black stuff, but now it's dripping out red. You can see it.
Oh yeah. It's not in focus, but you can definitely see that that is red.
Yeah, you can see light coming through at least.
Awesome. Alright, cool. All flushed. Okay, I don't know if you can hear me, but after a little troubleshooting, I can't get this out without disassembling parts of the radiator, and I don't really want to do that, but there's a big bolt here. Alright, so when I got cut off, I was still trying to get the pump out, so I want to explain how I did it. So you can see this stud. This stud is really long and really close to this fan. So I was having trouble pulling it all the way off. So what I ended up doing is undoing the fan, and then undoing the radiator, undoing the fan, and then moving the fan out of the way so that I could get the pump off. The problem now is I can't get the lines off. And to get the lines off, I'm gonna have to, so the lines are way down under here. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is take the steering rack all the way off, undo the line, replace the line, put everything back together, put the new pump on with the new lines, and then redo the alignment. So now we've got the car up in the air. We're going to start by taking off the wheels and disconnecting the tie rod ends. Make sure to keep these separate because they're for alignment. Okay, I showed you the top view. Here's the bottom view. In this little pocket right here, I have to undo one of these lines, and it's basically impossible to get a wrench in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that off. I'm going to take that one off. And because we have the straight bolt through style, that just comes right off, and the whole thing will come off, which will make doing this a whole lot easier. We're going to start to take this out. Worst case scenario is we also have to undo the steering. But I'm hoping if I do one of these, and I do one of these, okay, that should do. I'm gonna clean it because it's very dirty. I'm starting to drip everywhere. I'm gonna let that drain a little bit just so it doesn't drip on my face, and then we'll replace that line. Got it. So now here's our new line. I need to put a new O-ring on here, and then we're gonna shove this back in the car. Oh, you're still recording. I was just putting lube on here. Okay, is this the right fucking thing or what? So on the bottom is the part we've been using, and on the top is the part I just went and bought. I think that this is wrong because it's got this plastic crap here. This one has this metal ring in the middle because there is a metal clamp that clamps it right in the middle. And I'm really hoping that this is the right one. So we're not gonna put the O-ring on or anything. I'm just gonna try and thread this thing on and see if it'll go on. And if it does, then I will take it back off, put the O-ring on, lubricate it, and we'll do final assembly, which, you know, would be nice because it's getting late already. There are no other fucking power steering hoses that look like this one. Why the fuck won't this fucking fit? Like this line is different, this line, these are fucking soft lines. This is the fucking high pressure line that goes in. The only other fucking hard line is this one, which goes to a soft line, which goes to the cooler. This is the only line that does this. So why is it fucking different? I'm stumped. Truly stumped. I have now bought both kinds of hose that is available on the market. Neither of them fit. Alright, I'm just going to turn the camera off. We're basically going to button this back up, and we're going to do a little internet research to figure out what in the hell is going on here. And hopefully I will get back soon, because, you know, it'd be nice if this thing ran before I actually needed it to. This is an extremely flattering angle as well. Alright, back another day. And I have now come to the conclusion that I need to pull the whole thing out. So the first thing we're going to do is disconnect the rest of the lines from the power steering cooler, and then we're going to undo the stuff we redid so we could push the car out of the shop last night, and we're going to take the whole thing out. We're going to put it on the bench. We're going to see if we can attach this thing. And if we can't attach this thing, try to figure out what the hell this steering rack actually is. Because according to my research, anything from 1979 to 2004 has all the same fittings. So, I don't know. So, let's pull it out and figure out what the hell is going on. here is the line. We're gonna clean that a little bit and then undo it, hopefully get that off. And then we're gonna take off the wheels and all that crap and take the whole thing out. Oh, come on. It spins, but it doesn't come off. Alright, let me take the other side off, see if I can pull that. Okay, that one came off. Oh, that's full of fluid. Okay, so this should be loose. So if I take everything off, so I'll have to take the wheels back off and take these back off and all that. But the whole thing should just pop off. So you've seen me take wheels off 100,000 times. So I'm gonna pause the video, just take this off, and I'll see you on the bench. I'm gonna give this a cleaning because it's pretty gross and it's hard to see what the hell is happening with all the dirt. I'm gonna try my best not to get anything in it. So that, you can see there's a lip in there, and you can see when I put this in there, basically covers the entire lip. So like, the threading on this is just a tiny bit wrong. I don't know why that is. I guess I'm gonna run a little experiment to see if this one fits in here, which it definitely does not. So threads don't even go in there. So yeah, basically, I bought two fittings that are supposed to fit in here that definitely don't. So what is this steering rack? There's an identifier over here that I guess I'm gonna Google and see if I can figure out what the fuck this thing actually is. But I'm a little frustrated because I don't know what the hell is going on with this. According to my research, all of these should be the same. So I don't know if this thing is aftermarket or what. You can see here, there's some text. So I guess my next step is Google this text and see if I can figure out what this thing is. And I will fill you in when that's done. Okay, so with the help from the LMR tech support team, I now have a solution for this. Turns out, racks break, they get rebuilt, and then when you screw the threads up, they'll re-sleeve them. And if the company is lazy, they'll re-sleeve with whatever they have on hand and not the original spec. So I think you can see here, it looks like there's a thread insert there. So I'm thinking that's what they did. The original fitting is 16 by 1.5. This fitting is 14 by 1.5. So I've ordered an adapter that should work, but it's not gonna get here for like a week. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna work on the pump because the pulley puller arrived. So we can pull the pulley off and we can put the housing and the pulley on the new pump. Turns out when you buy the right tools, things go real smooth. Here's my new pump with the housing on it with the new pulley. And thanks to this little kit, couldn't have been easier. Hopefully once I get this fitting, the steering rack will be the same. We'll button everything all back up, bleed the system, and go for a nice drive. For now, I guess I'm done. Okay, got this adapter fitting in. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these spare fittings, are these spare O-rings that came with the pump. I'm gonna put the big one on here, and we're gonna use this 14 to 16 adapter, and hopefully all this is gonna work in harmony together, and we can start putting things back in the car. Looks like actually that's gonna work pretty well. Okay, we're gonna start putting this back in now. I broke my tool. All right, well, camera stopped at some point, but we got the damn thing in, and it's even the right way up. I gotta do some extra tightening, and then I'm gonna start hooking up. I'm gonna hook the sway bar back up, and then put the steering back in, and then it's time to go up to the power steering pump, I think. I think I'm gonna have to take this back out and install this line before I put it back in, because it's kind of a pain. Well, after doing some research, I can't just get a different size belt. So I'm gonna have to put the AC compressor back in or spend $100 on a bracket. And since the end goal is for the AC to function, rather than spend a bunch of money on a bracket that I eventually am basically gonna throw away, I'm just gonna put the pump back in and just have it be a pulley like it has been for a while. But that means undoing this a little bit and putting all that bracketry back in. So that's what we are doing today. Oh yeah, I did this off camera as well. Okay, so another thing I did off camera was I finished this. I ended up actually going back to the part store and being like, look man, you gave me the wrong part, I need the right part. And then we went and I brought the rack in with me, and then they finally found the right part. So I installed this new pipe, and now the power steering system doesn't leak. I bled the power steering system and everything seems to be good. And in theory, we are ready for a test drive. I don't know what else to say here.